Hey guys, Soulard here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Universal Monsters Raphael as the Wolfman. Oh, oh, oh! And not to be confused with Wolfman Jack from American Graffiti, those of you who are car culture and or George Lucas fans. This is a Wolfman of an entirely different breed, brought to us by the fine folks over at NECA Toys, and is the last installment in this TMNT Universal Monsters crossover line for a while, I guess. Excuse me. At least until we get that Bulakula Shredder, which I'm very much looking forward to. Yes, indeedy do. So with that being said, let's get right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review. Take a look, see it all Wolfman Jack Raph has to offer here in terms of accessories. Starting off with probably the most boring, an alternate head. Now, I know that's kind of surprising to say that a different expression is kind of boring, but compared to the one he's got in the package, the kind of face, Wolverine face I like to call it, this is pretty plain. He's just kind of like, I want beer right now. Well, that's too bad. He does come with some alternate hands. He's got a pair of fisticuffs. He's going to punch you right in the kisser with his sharp nails. That looks painful. And then he also has a pair of grip hands, kung fu grip hands with the wrong hinge for holding weapons, goddammit. But I will say, these hands, the way they sculpted them with the thumb in between the two fingers, I don't know if they've done that in the past with Ninja Turtles. I want to say no. The reason they might have done it is because of the nails. I don't know why, but these hands are a bitch to work with as far as getting the size in them. And, of course, he does come with a pair of size that match the kind of Wolfman aesthetic here. There you go. One of them's got a bone on the end of it. The other one's got the Wolfman cane. There. And I will tell you, I don't know if I just lucked out, but the ends of these came unglued. Like, I could pop these out. So if I take the bone one, for example, I could pull this right out. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think I just got lucky, and instead of straight up breaking shit, it just kind of came out. Now, I will tell you, these are not tight in here, but they don't just fall out. Like, they stay in for the most part, but I would not advise yanking on the ends of these. I didn't necessarily do that. They just kind of popped out while I was messing around with them and trying to pose them for the URL and or Final Thoughts shot. But I will say, the quality of life change here is absolutely fantastic, because now I can take a grip hand here. We'll do the more open grip hand. Slide it on like so. Is that the right end? There it is. Slide it on like that, and then I can take the end here and pop it on like that, and good to go. But I will tell you, I lucked out with this little happy accident, and would not advise you crank on the ends of these. They just do not feel like they were meant to come out, at least not upon final release. Maybe it was something they thought about before and they scrapped it and they glued them in there. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of the Mr. Freeze gun from DC Multiverse. The ice effect can come out, but it's a do-it-at-your-own-risk thing. And just to kind of show you, yes, the wolf head cane one. A little elbow grease here. Does also come out on mine. So, and they don't feel like they're going to snap either. So, that's kind of nice. Not gonna lie. I do like that they can come out now. That said, they're going to go on his belt and probably never be used. So I got a pair of size that are easier to work with because of I'll just say my stupidity, I guess. Maybe blasting the hands with a hairdryer to get these things in there kind of loosened them up a bit, but I honestly, I don't know. I don't know why they can come out, but they don't just do that to begin with. Because, again, the way the hands are sculpted, the way these sides are, you know, this part, I would not want to bend too much. Don't put a lot of pressure on that. So why they made them so difficult to put in the hands, it's freaking NECA. I mean, they're not known for making the best decisions, you know, like dragging out my gargoyles line until they put me in the freaking ground, it seems like. But, at any rate, that's all I gotta say about the sides. They're cool, but they are a pain in the ass. And last but not least, he does come with a little bear trap that does open up here. You can clamp that down on his foot. I will tell you, out of package this was tight, but it seems to have worked itself loose a little bit. I think there's a metal pin actually going through here holding this together, so, you know, take that for what you will. Yeah, I do like the little metal chain hanging off it. Kind of reminds me of that dude Ballsack from Guar, because his mask is literally a bear trap. But when you first open this guy, this is very tight, but once you move it a few times, it starts to loosen up. But that's your lot. That's it for accessories. A decent amount, you know, for one of these. I would say he's on par with the Mummy Michelangelo as far as accessories go. But taking a closer look at old Wolfman Jack Raff here. That's my nickname for him. I don't care if that's not the Wolfman he is. That's still fun. He looks cool. You know, I think this works. Is it better than Frankenstein? We'll pull him out in a little bit and do a comparison, but he does have the degenerate legs, and those are a pain in the ass, but other than that, you know, I dig him. I will say he's a little sticky in the paint department. I don't know what's going on with that, but thankfully nothing appears to be wearing off or anything, so that's good. But as far as articulation goes, he's got the double ball peg in the head. He can actually look up pretty far, all things considered. He can look down, not too much. Tilt side to side a little bit, rotate. The bandana piece will rotate, but it's pretty much sculpted just to sit on his shoulder there. The shoulders rotate forward and back. He does have a hinge that does work. He does have a swivel in the elbow. He's got a hinge in the top. He's got a swivel at the bottom of the elbow. And he's got another hinge there. That works just fine. He's got a swivel and a hinge in the wrist on the claw hands here. The torso does not appear to have any... Actually, I'm a liar. It appears to have a little bit of a swivel. A little teeny swivel. Yeah, there's something in there. Yeah, it appears to be on a ball joint of some kind, but, you know, there's so much stuff going on here, you really just get a little bit of side-to-side action out of that. You got the little slots for his size there. His hips can kick forward and back, or out to the side about that far. They can kick forward and back a little bit. He's got the thigh cut up in there. He's got a swivel at the top of the knee, as well as a hinge. Alright, let's use the other side, as well as a hinge. But I will tell you, I had to heat up the top joint on the knees to get them to bend, like, at all. They were very stiff out of package. And they appear to still be very stiff. Yeah, I can't get that to move now. Great. Yep, it don't want to go. Yeah, that's a tight joint. Like, holy crap. Wish my gargoyles had tight knees like that. They just don't compared to this guy. There we go. There we go. I just had to work it. Just gotta work it in. Yeah, they do work. They're just stiff as hell. Which I'm not used to with some NECA. Lately, I haven't had to heat up a ton of NECA stuff, but the last couple of figures I bought, yeah, I've had to heat up something on them. They do not have a swivel at the bottom of the knee. He does have a hinge, though. I think he does now. And then as far as the feet go, he's got the degenerate legs, so you can hinge this kind of top ankle forward and back a bit. And then you can do the same thing with the bottom one. They both have like a rocker. So the bottom one has a rocker, the top one has a rocker, and then he does have a toe joint, of all things. A la Toddy Mac. So that's, you know, cumbersome to work with as well. But, you know, you can get the job done. He is tricky to stand because of those legs. Especially since you can't seem to get him to lean forward enough, it feels. That, and I kind of want him to be more or less leaning forward on these joints because they are so stiff, like this side especially is very stiff on mine. As opposed to the ankles, the bottom ankles. So, you know, getting him forward is kind of tricky. But once he is, he will stand up okay. He just might be leaning a little bit. Which is fine. He is a Wolfman. You can look up. And there you go. There is Wolfman Jack Raph in a nutshell for you there. Let's actually try and get the size in these little doodads here and see if I can keep the ends from flying off. At least the wolf head one appears to stay on. I'm not worried about that. Just slide it in like that. It stays in there okay. As far as the bone one goes, I need to make sure this thing's gonna pop off on me. Because I am not sure if I have this on the right way. Doubt I do, yeah, it's kind of loose. I don't know what way this thing is supposed to go, but I know that it's not like totally fudged up, so. Let's do it like that, and I'll put it in this way, screw it. Yeah, this side does not want that. There we go. Alright. The way these are going to sit on them, these aren't going to get bopped around very much, if at all, so it is what it is. Worst case scenario, I'll have the old man put a dab of glue in there. But that's your lot. That is it. Actually, for good measure, I'll also clamp this bear trap on him. Why not, right? I think we got the time. Boop. There. I'll lean him back here, and yeah, there he is. So I actually move him over a little bit there. We'll bring in the first version of Raphael in this line. We got, like, what, 2 years ago now? At this point, anyways. Right, here's the Frankenstein Raphael, who's obviously a little taller. He's got the Kiss platform shoes. Move him over a little bit. You can see that Werewolf Raph, despite the fact he's got the degenerate legs, is a little shorter than Franken Raph. I guess the degenerate legs aren't a match for, again, Kiss platform shoes. Again, and also, I don't know who I like more here. I like the Frankenstein monster Raph, but I also like the Werewolf Raph. I'm torn. I guess if they make Donatello a cooler monster or something, I guess I wish the Frankenstein monster was Donatello. That way I could have had, like, the perfect set. Because, I don't know, Invisible Man's a shit monster. It's just a dude wrapped in toilet paper. I guess you could say that's also the Mummy, but at least he's dead. I mean, either way, I'm out of here. Or go on a tangent here. Bring in, actually, we'll center him. and his ass there. We'll bring in the 2 regulars, Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibulas, and 11 Spawn, who is obviously taller than Raphael here. I mean, the turtles are meant to be shorter than humans after all, and even though he's a were-turtle, it still kind of makes sense. I mean, really it doesn't, but at the end of the day, it's a line of anthropomorphic turtles. What the hell do you want? So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and aside from the size being an utter pain in the ass to fit into the grip hands without the use of a hair dryer, I really like this figure. I think it's cool. Do I like it more than the Frankenstein version of Raphael here? I'm not sure. I think the Frankenstein figure was one of the better, we'll call it Wave 1 versions of the Turtles, but I gotta say, between this guy and the Creature of the Black Lagoon, Leo, if you get the Mummy Michelangelo, and if they make Donatello a better monster, we'll have a pretty bitchin' squad of monsterized Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going for us here. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.